Morning everyone. So in the previous class we are discussing about ignition system. Okay. So we have discussed about battery ignition system. So today we will discuss about magneto. I have told you two important systems. That is first is battery ignition system and second is magneto ignition. So today we will discuss about magneto ignition system. Second one is magneto ignition system. Okay. Now how the system works? Magneto ignition system. So magneto system, the diagram of magneto system I am drawing here the diagram of magneto system. Okay, then we will understand the working. So in the magneto system consists of a soft iron core. This is a soft iron core. Okay, soft iron core, and in this iron core here this is a magnet core. Okay, this is a magnet, and this magnet is connected with the engine. This magnet is connected with the engine through the camshaft, through a rotating cam, and when engine rotates, this magneto will also rotates. Okay, this is a cam, this is magneto, and this is soft iron core. Soft iron core. Okay, soft iron core. Okay. Now, now this magneto is connected with a contact breaker. This magneto is connected with a contact breaker. Here there is a contact breaker. This is grounded to the earth. Okay, grounded to the earth. And there is a ignition switch here. Here this is the ignition switch. Ignition switch. Ignition switch. This is contact breaker. Okay, contact breaker. Here this is a capacitor. This is a capacitor. Okay. Now the other end of the capacitor is connected with the primary winding. Okay. Here is the primary coil. Okay. This is the primary winding. Now, in between these windings, secondary winding is also present in between these windings. Okay. So here is secondary winding. Okay. and other end of the secondary winding is connected with other end of the secondary winding is connected with distributor. Other end is connected with distributor. Here is the distributor. These are the spark plugs. Okay. This is distributor. This is spark plug. Okay. This primary winding. And this is secondary winding. Okay. So this is the basic diagram. Okay. Now what happens? What happens? Now when this cam rotates by the engine, with this cam, this magneto will also rotate. Now when this magneto will rotate, the magnetic field will change. In this soft iron core, the magnetic field will change. Okay, because in this magnet there is a north pole and south pole. Okay, so when this magnet rotates, magnetic field will change in this soft iron core, and due to change in the magnetic field, a voltage is induced in the primary winding. Okay, a voltage is induced in the primary winding, and when that induced voltage reaches to maximum value, okay, then this ignition switch will be on, okay, and contact breaker opens, and that maximum current will supply to the capacitor, okay, that maximum current will supply to the capacitor, and due to this maximum current, capacitor will be charged, okay. Now when capacitor is fully charged, then capacitor started discharging. Okay, actually working is similar to the almost similar to the battery energy system. Okay, only difference is here that we are not using separate battery here. We are inducing current with the help of a magnet. Okay, but other things are the same. Okay, so here the capacitor will charge, and after charging capacitor will discharge. So when capacitor discharges, the current flows in reverse direction. So now current will flow in reverse direction. Okay, this current will flow in reverse direction. Now when this current will flow in reverse direction, so this current will flow in secondary winding, and through this secondary winding, this high voltage current which is discharging from the capacitor will supply to the distributor. Okay, when this high voltage current through the capacitor will supply to the distributor, then distributor connect to the spark plug, and sparking will take place according to our requirement. Okay, so in this way the system works. So as you can see here that the main concept is here the working of magneto. Okay, which is operated by the engine. Okay, we are not making any separate arrangement for the rotation of magneto here. Okay, magneto is rotated by the engine itself. Okay, so when this magneto rotates, magnetic field will change, and a voltage is induced in the primary winding. When that voltage reaches to the maximum value, at that time current will be supplied to the capacitor. Capacitor will be fully charged. After charging, capacitor will discharge. When discharged, current will flow in reverse direction, and that current reaches the secondary winding. Okay, and from secondary winding is connected to the distributor, so current will flow in the distributor, and this connector will connect with the required spark plug, and sparking takes place in the required cylinder. Okay, these capacitors are these spark plugs are for different cylinders. Okay, so in this way the system works. Now, what are the advantage of this system? If we talk about the advantage of the system, first and foremost advantage is battery is not required here. We are not using any battery here. This is the first advantage. Okay. Another advantage is the system is very much compact because we are not using any battery, so system is not bulky. Okay, it is a compact system. Another advantage is system is okay. Now, as I said that this when magneto will rotate, then only voltage will induce. So so at low speed or at starting, that this magneto will not rotate or rotate with very slow speed. So at starting or at low speed, the induced current is not that much, which can charge this capacitor. Okay. So in the starting, you will not get that much quality of spark. Okay. So in the starting or at low speed condition, you will get very poor spark, not very good spark. Okay. This is the problem. This is the disadvantage of the system. Okay. Now, another disadvantage is this system is more expensive compared to the battery system. This system is more expensive. Okay. Another disadvantage is also there is a problem of here also a contact breaker is there, so carbon deposition problem is also there in the system. Okay. So if we talk about the main advantage, so main advantage is we are not using battery here. Okay, the system is very much compact. Okay, and very less maintenance is required. The system very less maintenance is required. These are the advantages. Okay. So now we have seen that many advantages and disadvantages of battery and magneto system. So in battery as well as in magneto, in both systems there are some disadvantages. Okay. Of contact breaker and other issues are there. So from both the system, another modern system comes for the application of spark plug, that is electronic ignition system. Okay, so next is electronic ignition system. Electronic ignition system. Electronic ignition system. Now, how electronic ignition system work? Again, I am drawing the diagram. First, I am drawing the diagram of electronic ignition system. Okay. So here is the diagram. Again, electronic ignition system requires battery. Okay, in this system we use a battery. Okay. So here this is a battery which have positive terminal as well as negative terminal. Okay. Now this battery is grounded here. Okay. And current will flow from this battery through an ignition switch. Okay. And this ignition switch is connected with a electric ignition module. This is the electric ignition module. Electric ignition module. Okay. Now, what is the purpose of this electric ignition module? So, this electric ignition module so this ignition module will allow the flow of current, okay, or not allow the flow of current. The basic purpose is this. Now, how this electronic ignition module operate? So this ignition module is operated by armature. Okay, this is actually connected with the armature. This module is connected with the armature. Here there is a armature. This is armature. This is armature, the battery, ignition switch. Okay. Now, according to this armature, the current will flow. Now, according to this armature, the flow of current will be allowed further. Okay. So, through this electric ignition module. Now, this electric ignition module is connected with the primary and secondary winding. Okay. This will be connected with the primary and secondary winding. Okay. This is the primary winding. And this is the secondary winding. Spark plug. And there is a distributor. Okay. So, this combination of secondary and primary winding. This system is known as ignition coil. Okay. Ignition coil. Ignition coil. Okay. Now with the help of armature, there is a winding is connected with the electric ignition module. So with the help of armature, the flow of when current flows, when switch on, this switch is on, so current will flow from the battery, and this electronic ignition module with the help of armature allows the flow of current in primary and secondary winding. Okay. So when the flow of current is allowed, so current will flow in primary winding as well as in secondary winding. Okay. So according to the primary winding, again current will return in the electronic ignition module, which is operated by this armature. Okay. And according to the work of armature, according to requirement, armature allows the flow of current in ignition coil, and through the secondary winding, the current will flow to the distributor. Okay. High voltage current will flow to the distributor. Okay. Again, distributor will connect with the spark plug, and then high voltage current will pass in the spark plug and sparking takes place. Okay. Another number of spark plugs are there according to number of cylinders. So according to our requirement, this connector will connect with the spark plug, and in the required spark plug, sparking will take place. Okay. So in this way, this electronic ignition system works. So the basic concept of the this ignition system is work of electronic ignition module and armature. Okay. So in this way, this system works. Now, what are the advantage of this system? So in the system, we can say there is many parts, very less parts are there, so less maintenance is required. First advantage is very less parts are there, so less maintenance is required. Second is there is no contact breaker point. In the system, there is no contact breaker point, so carbon deposition problem will not be there. Okay. Now there will be more power output because current will flow with the help of this armature and electronic induction module, so power output will be more. Okay, we will get very high voltage current. Okay, and when power output will be more, high voltage current will be we get very good quality of spark, then combustion will be very good, and efficiency of engine is also very good. Okay, so these are the advantage of the system. Okay, so these are the ignition system which are used in IC engines, SI engines. Okay, so this is all about the ignition system. Okay, now one topic is left in the lubricant system, dry sump lubricant system. One topic is left in the lubricant system, that is dry sump lubricant system. Wet sump, we have studied wet sump, splash, and pressure system. That we have studied. We have also studied which lubricant system, but dry sump lubricant system has been left. That we will cover today. Dry sump lubricant system. First I am drawing the diagram of dry sump lubricant system. Then we will understand the working. Okay. Now I am drawing the diagram of dry sump lubricant system. Okay. So, in these are the engine parts which are need to be lubricated using dry sump lubricant system. Engine parts. These are the engine parts. Okay. Now, here, why we say this dry sump lubricant system? Because we will not use any kind of oil sump here to lubricate the engine parts. Okay, we will not use any oil sump here. Okay, we use a supply tank. We use a separate tank. A separate tank is for lubricant is there, and from that tank, lubricating oil will supply to all the engine parts. Okay, to lubricate. So there is no any kind of oil sump is there. That's why it is known as dry sump. Okay. So here we will supply lubricating oil from a supply tank. Here it is a supply tank. This is a supply tank. So in the supply tank, a lot of lubricating oil is there. That will supply with the help of a pump. Okay. Yes, it is a supply pump. Supply pump. Okay. Now the supply pump will supply the lubricating oil under pressure to the engine part. But before supplying, we will also filter these There is a filter which filter all the impurities from the lubricating oil, and after that these lubricating oil will supply to the engine parts through a pressure regulator. Pressure regulator is there which controls the pressure of the lubricating oil. Okay. So in this way, this lubricating oil from the supply tank will supply to the engine parts. Now after lubricating all the engine parts, the remaining lubricating oil will flow in downward direction. Okay. Due to gravity, all the lubricating oil after lubricating the engine part will flow in a downward direction here in a container here. Okay, which is known as dry sump. Which is known as dry sump. Okay. So after lubricating the engine parts, all the lubricating oil will collect here in the dry sump. All the lubricating oil with all the impurities, with dust, with other air impurities. Okay. All the lubricating oil will collect here. Now again, we will supply this lubricating oil from the dry sump to the supply tank using a scavenging pump here. Okay. We will use a scavenging pump here. This is a scavenging pump. This is a scavenging pump. Okay. So after this scavenging pump, we use some other filters here, so that this impure lubricating oil will become pure. Okay. So we use different methods like baffles, we use baffles, gravity separation method. Okay. And using these methods, now the pure lubricating oil will again supply to the supply tank. Okay. So here in this sump, there is no oil remain. Okay, because after releasing from the engine parts, this lubricating oil again supplied to the supply tank. So no oil remain here. That's why this sump is known as dry sump. The purpose of using this dry sump only is to collect this lubricating oil from the engine parts only. Okay, then again supply to the supply tank. Okay, so there is no such use of sump here. That's why this is known as dry sump lubricating system. Okay. So in this way, this lubrication system works. Okay. These are the baffles. These are used baffles, which is used for purify the lubricating oil. Okay. So these are the methods by using we can lubricate all the engine parts. Okay. So so this is all for today. In the next class, we will discuss about the next topic. Okay. This is all for today.